What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Baidoo podcast. I hope you guys all out there having a phenomenal day. It's Saturday, April 9th, 2022, here in the Bay Area, California. I hope you guys had a phenomenal week. This week was a very, very interesting week. A lot of things happening, and but the good and the bad, like I always say. If you guys made it here today, if you're able to wake up today, just know that you're still being worked on. Life is short, so trying to enjoy every single moment. So yeah, I just want to put that out there. Again, I hope you guys all are doing well out there, wherever you are, wherever you're listening from. I hope you guys are, still getting up every day and putting in work in whatever respective field that you're in. And, always, like I say, good vibes, good vibes. Today's probably going to be a short pod. I've been really locked in with, career goals. I think I mentioned on the last pod and the one before, but I'm locked in with career goals this week. So not much really technically happened. So today is probably going to be a short pod. I have I want to say two main things I want to talk about. So let's see how it goes. Once again, I hope that I continue to bring more value to you guys out there, whoever you are, wherever you're listening to. The whole point of me doing this podcast is just to showcase positive, good vibes, and just putting out my input on things, and take it from there. So today, two things that I wanted to talk about. The first one being, doing what has to be done in order for you to get to wherever destination you're trying to get. And then the second one is getting uncomfortable with pain. So those are the two topics that I have jotted down on my phone. Doing what has to be done, getting uncomfortable with being uncomfortable, and how that can manifest into other things in life in the long run. So, again, doing what has to be done. I think that's important in today's world. All of us can attest to this. There's so much distractions around us with social media, with the media in general. You never know what's fake and what's real. And there's so many things out there that are being designed to distract all of us in a collective and individual manner, that it can really derail you from responsibilities and goals. And it's very easy to get comfortable, relaxing and, not really focusing on goals. Like, for example, it's so easy to be on YouTube or Netflix and then just scrolling down the algorithms, and you end up exposing yourself to things that you don't really need to be exposed to. You end up spending hours watching a whole bunch of nonsense that doesn't really add value to your mind or stimulate you in a way that's going to lead for you to get and be more productive. You know what I mean? And I fall victim to it sometimes, but it's just a scary thing to see how these companies have been able to tap into our mind and almost make a lot of people in society almost move and operate like zombies. And, that's a key thing that I had to get really, really situated with myself, especially this past year. As I try to elevate myself to newer heights every week, from the smallest things to, bigger life goals, whatever, it gets tough. You get tested. You get comfortable, you get lazy, you get, what's that word I'm looking for? I guess complacent is one of them. But I never want to find myself in a situation where like I I value every single hour of my day now, like no other. Like post college, my sense of awareness of time has gone to like astronomical levels. Like I where I'm at now, the type of person I'm becoming, if I'm not doing something productive, and it's a double edged sword. If I'm not doing something productive on a daily basis, I feel like I am adding a year of misery to myself. And of course, naturally you need to put in work, and then you need some time to relax and, recalibrate your brain and your body. But I've gotten to the point where, like, with this pod, with my regular job that I'm trying to get out of, and balancing, everyday responsibilities, as well as, other other career goals, and et cetera, et cetera. I'm sure everybody out there who's listening can relate to this. But I think it's very important that each and every one of us, whoever we are, whoever you are, race, color, creed, et cetera, whatever you choose to identify yourself. I think it's important that you get uncomfortable being uncomfortable and doing what has to be done. Like, for example, if you know you're trying to get to a next level financially, assess how you're spending your money outside of expenses like rent, you know, PG&E, utilities, food, obviously. For those of you guys that have families, kids, outside of those things, which are very, very much important, like what are you spending your money on? Are you doing what has to get done to properly save and putting your money into assets versus things that take money out of your pocket? That's what I mean. That's an example of what I mean by doing what has to get done. Are you getting uncomfortable saying, hey, you know what? Maybe I don't need this one extra subscription. Maybe I don't need that HBO Max that's costing me, what, $15 a month. I think there's a $10 plan too. Maybe I don't need that HBO Max. Maybe I don't need that Stars subscription. That 5, 6, 10, $15 adds up quickly. Over a span of a year, we're looking at hundreds of dollars. I hope I'm not confusing anybody out there. Instead of investing that money, that 5, 10, 6, $15 into these things that are taking money out of your pocket, am I putting that 10, 15, 20, hundreds of dollars into a proper savings account? Or even better, am I investing that money into like things that are going to appreciate with value, like the stock market or any other type of legitimate legal market? This is not financial advice. It's FYI. I'm just using this as an example. I use the subscription and finance example because I think that's the most relevant. Um, with subscriptions and streaming, like there's so many options. It seems like every year there's a new subscription model, and it's like how much time are you gonna have throughout your days to keep up with all these different shows? Hmm? Are you cutting off certain things and allowing yourself to be limited on certain things like streaming, and putting that money into a vessel, a vehicle that's gonna take you and your family into better heights? That's an example of doing what has to be done. You know what I mean? Instead of spending time watching, um, you know, 20 seasons of such and such show. Like, instead of all those hours, instead of putting that time into that, are you putting some of that time into your family? Are you putting some of that time into studying to become a nurse, doctor, some type of engineer, entrepreneur? Are you putting that time, same amount of time or more into that? Because that's what I mean by like how I try to be productive every hour of the day. Is what I'm doing beneficial for my future as an individual or as someone with a family that depends on you? Even if you don't have kids or anything, but in the future, are you crafting a world, a situation that's going to be um, um, productive and conducive for your future family and your future self? Because I use that streaming um, analogy because it's so relevant. Right? We all have at least one streaming account, right? Or we at least we're familiar with a streaming service. You know what I mean? That company, the executives, et cetera, your 10, 15, whatever dollars that you're spending, that's putting money into their pocket. You watching your streaming stuff. Again, there's nothing wrong with entertainment. We all need balance, right? We all need balance. It's extremely important to have balance in your life. And of course, you want to be entertained. You don't want to be so serious all the time. And I'm not saying that. So I'm saying like, a lot of people spend so much time entertaining themselves and complaining as opposed to trying to find uh, as opposed to assessing themselves and looking at their situation, seeing where they're putting their time, money, and energy into. You know, and I had to learn this the hard way, making certain sacrifices for the benefit. Instead of putting my money into this or my time and energy into this, I'm looking at it like, okay, what am I getting out of this besides entertainment? What am I? Is this really gonna be beneficial for myself? Am I putting enough time into the things I need to do? If I'm not at a certain point in my life, or I don't have a certain, if I'm not making the same type of money that I believe I should be making, if I'm not experiencing life to the fullest, then maybe I should be, maybe I need to change things up. You know what I mean? Maybe I need to change things up, and that's what I've been so laser focused on, and I want to put out there, to you guys. I hope that in whatever you do, you're putting value out there, and you're putting value back into yourself. I know I've been, um, yeah, just doing everything in my power to do what has to be done. Sacrificing time and knowing that what I'm doing is going to be beneficial to not just myself but my future family. And you only have one life to live. We don't know how long we're going to be on this planet. You can be here today and gone tomorrow. And so that's something that's been in my forefront. You know, how can you maximize every single moment of your life? Constantly evolving, changing, learning, reading, adapting, getting new skills. We're living in scary times right now, especially in America. And it's survival of the fittest. Who can learn and adapt and prepare themselves for the future are those who are going to survive. Of course, with safety and security, that's obviously that's going to be an important part of it. But the people who plan for the future are those who are going to thrive. I don't care who you are. If you're alive and breathing and you have air pumping through your body, blood moving through your body, you have to learn to get uncomfortable, do what has to be done, which leads to getting uncomfortable and dealing with the pain of being uncomfortable in order for you to grow and evolve and get to the next level of your life. And that's something that's been like heavy on me. At every waking hour of the day, I have this thought in my mind like, hey, am I doing enough? Cool, I did enough for the day? All right. Let's come back tomorrow and add some more. And, that's what I want to put out there for you guys. Getting uncomfortable has been a major adjustment. It's a daily grind. It's very, very tough. I'm sure there's people out there older, more experienced than me who can tell you stories for days. Um, yeah, it's definitely an everyday learning thing. Like how I envision uh life at 27 would be a few years back. Um, like it's very humbling. Like I thought I would be further ahead, but hey, you know, you live and you learn. At 27, I'm learning so much. I think I've done this year. I'll be 28 in the summer. This year has been the most learning I've done in my adult life. Like I thought I knew, I thought I knew a lot, but you realize that you know the real world will throw curveballs your way, and the biggest thing I've learned is just, hey, like I said, getting uncomfortable, understanding that there's a whole world out there, and no one's coming to save you. No one's coming to save you, and you have to learn to adapt and just add uh, new skills and put out value, because without it, you're just gonna stay stagnant, and there's no growth. And when there's no growth, you're dead. I'm not trying to make this morbid, but it's just what it is. I mean, look at nature in itself. Things are constantly moving. Things are constantly in constant motion, adapting, and that's how you have to apply that same approach to your head. Nothing in nature stays stagnant. Things are constantly moving, evolving, constantly in motion. Growing and adapting. So humans are no exceptions to that rule. Your brain has to be constantly adapting and learning and getting those neurons fired up. And I feel like that's something that I'm forever gonna hold in myself, and I hope I do a good job of putting that out there, and just putting positivity out there into the world. So, yeah, um, I I guess I said it all. Like I said, today was going to be a short pod. I didn't know how this is fully going to go, but these two topics, doing what has to get done, getting uncomfortable in order and putting in work in order to get to whatever next level. So it's going to be an everyday battle, but I know that I want more out of myself, and I want people to feel encouraged and have that same value for themselves and their families, and live long and have a prosperous life. That's what, at the end of the day, that's what allows people to be happy and thrive. So that's the message, or messages, I should say, for the day. Um, you know, get comfortable being uncomfortable, if that makes sense. Yeah, get comfortable being uncomfortable. It sucks. The process sucks. But as you keep going, things will get better. And um, that's the thing I want to leave you guys today. I hope you guys took value from this. I hope you guys, even if it was just one little nugget, I hope you guys took something from this, and I hope that I was able to help anybody out there, but whatever it is they're going through. Don't worry, you got this. You've probably been through worse, and you're gonna continue to grow, get better, and reach your goals. And this is all note to myself too. So, um, good luck out there, guys. And I hope once again you took something out of this. And yeah, until next time, next week, same day, same time. I'll hope to bring you more, and um, yeah. So again, this has been another episode of the George Baidoo podcast. Um, Stay blessed. Have a good one. And until next week, peace.